Hold on to your seats and get ready to be blown away by the incredible feat achieved by 180,000 Chinese workers in the middle of the desert, defying all odds and changing the course of history. Imagine a vast desert landscape as far as the eye can see, barren and desolate with no signs of life. But what if I told you that in the heart of this lifeless expanse, a massive project is underway that will change everything? This is the story of 180,000 Chinese workers and their incredible feat of engineering, innovation, and hard work that will leave you speechless. Get ready to witness a modern marvel that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the power of human determination. Welcome to the Desert Mega Project that will blow your mind. Large-scale desert reservoir construction is one of China's most significant efforts to stop desertification. 180,000 Chinese laborers are employed in just one such project, in order to increase the local water supply and lessen the effects of desertification. These reservoirs are constructed to hold water for agricultural and other uses. Such initiatives may even increase the region's economic activity, including agriculture, tourism, and industrial growth. Even more amazing is that China plans to construct the biggest desert reservoir, which will irrigate 900,000 mu of land and make the desert greener than before. As it will take 40 years to finish, this project is not for the faint of heart. Additionally, the sheer size of the workforce needed to build it is astounding. 180,000 people are working non-stop to accomplish it. A pearl, an example of engineering wonder that has captivated the world, is located in the middle of a barren desert. It is known as the Hanhai Pearl and is Asia's largest man-made desert reservoir, holding an amazing 148 million cubic meters of water. This extraordinary engineering achievement, completed in 1958, is a monument to the grit and perseverance of the Chinese people. It is impossible to ignore the question of where this reservoir gets its water from when it has the potential to store as much water as 10 of Hangzhou's West Lakes. And while some might wonder whether it was wise to construct such a project in a desert, the Chinese people's resourcefulness and forethought provided the solution. Do you want to know why this project will change the world? We will explain it in a little bit. China is an example in a world where desertification is prevalent. In reality, China's territory is covered with deserts for more than 1,000 kilometers, and the country is rushing to find solutions. To address the rising problem, they have constructed trains, miles of desert roads, and even photovoltaic power plants. Reservoirs are crucial since the nation still urgently needs water. China has been engaged in desert greening initiatives for almost a century, and they are currently in the lead in the global greening competition. China must address the fundamental problem of a lack of water in order to fully conquer the desert. To regulate the sand and dust and provide a safe and livable city for millions of people, they are therefore constructing a sizable reservoir in the desert. China has a land area of 9.6 million square kilometers, which is almost equal to the size of the United States. But did you realize that this large country has more than 700,000 square kilometers of desert, with the desert itself covering 1.2 million square kilometers? China has lost a stunning $280 million as a result of the increasingly dry land, which is one of the severe effects of this arid environment. With the desert growing by more than 3,000 square kilometers a year, the issue only seems to be getting worse. Over 50,000 square kilometers of farmland have already been consumed by this ruthless force, which is larger than a small to medium-sized country. It is the meeting point of the immense Jurun Desert and the ever-expanding Tangar Desert, both of which have yellow sand. People in the cities had to evacuate since this hostile landscape was lifeless. The Chinese government took matters into their own hands in 1958 and made the brave decision to build a sizable reservoir to prevent the two sizable deserts from converging. So before we proceed further and analyze the efforts made by China to do this miracle in engineering history, please make sure to hit the like and subscribe button below to stay tuned with the latest news and projects being undertaken globally. Now let's continue. So, do you want to know where the reservoir's water originates from? You'll be shocked to learn that the Senegal River, the third largest river in the Chilean Andes, which flows through the Hoshi Corridor, is where the majority of it originates. The water is made up of 4 different types: surface water, spring water from the upper reaches of the Sharyang River, mountain water, and spring water that seeps underground and rises in the northern boundary of the Wiu Basin. The Xinjiang Phase 2 project must be extended in order to carry water to Minqin, among other difficulties, such as floods during the flood season. It's only reasonable to wonder whether the effort is truly worthwhile as we evaluate the various difficulties and barriers that come with building a reservoir. But there is no disputing the advantages of such a scheme. Water transport tunnels, floodgates, and an inventive spillway on the West Dam are just a few of the reservoir's remarkable features. Although its main purpose is to store and transport water for irrigation, it also has significant impacts on the region's flood management, fishing, and tourism. A massive 25 square kilometer reservoir has been created by the dam, which spans over 8,060 meters and is 15 meters tall. The region, which has a catchment area of 13,400 square kilometers and more than 900,000 mu of irrigated agriculture, is now able to meet the drinking water demands of 250,000 local residents. The reservoir has given the area new life by giving the locals, who previously had to pay excessive prices for food due to a lack of irrigation, a dependable source of water. The local fishing and tourism businesses saw significant growth following the reservoir's completion, and the agricultural sector prospered thanks to increased revenue. The lives of the residents have substantially improved, and there is no longer a worry about running out of water. In the months of April through October, the reservoir is at its most beautiful, drawing a lot of visitors. A crystal clear body of water surrounds the mesmerizing desert environment, reflecting the blue waves off of the green mountains. It is very breathtaking to see the water surface shimmer with a silvery sheen and the seamless blending of trees, meadows, waters, and sand dunes. Imagine yourself lounging in comfortable yurts, sipping a cool beverage, and swimming in natural pools while surrounded by beautiful buildings and services in the middle of a wide desert. China has defied the widespread belief that such a feat is not possible by creating a reservoir in an arid and desolate desert, which may sound too wonderful to be true. The reservoir is not only a stunning tourist destination, but it also serves as a reminder of the extraordinary strength and tenacity of the Chinese people. Ever ponder how a sizable reservoir could be constructed in the middle of a sweltering desert? The endeavor appeared to be unattainable in 1958 because technology was so inferior to what it is today. The 180,000 Chinese workers took on this enormous project despite this, though. They made progress despite a number of obstacles, including pricey food and clothing and inadequate equipment. It was made more difficult by the reservoir's placement halfway between the Tangar and Baton deserts. Maintaining the reservoir's water levels was a difficult undertaking because of the hot temperatures that quickly evaporated water. Any water scarcity could result in the region contracting and even drying up entirely. Find out the amazing tale of how 180,000 dedicated Chinese people overcame the seemingly insurmountable difficulties of constructing a reservoir in a desert climate, where geological forces posed a constant threat to the project's viability. By planting wheatgrass, sand jujube, and red poplar trees to halt the sand's progress, you can discover how they managed to survive sandstorms and silt accumulation. Engineers shifted the Sheryang River's flow, which led to the upper portions drying up in less than a year. This meant that the road to triumph was not without its hardships. Explore the incredible human engineering achievement with us as we examine how generations of Chinese people were able to accomplish it via their unwavering commitment. As we wrap up this incredible journey, we can't help but marvel at the sheer determination and ingenuity of the Chinese people in tackling the challenges posed by the vast deserts that threatened their land. Through the hard work of 180,000 workers, a colossal reservoir now stands as a beacon of hope, bringing life and prosperity to the once barren and lifeless region. As we look to the future, we must ask ourselves, what more can we do to preserve the environment and safeguard the precious resources of our planet? Share your thoughts in the comments section and keep tight as we are coming back with more interesting adventurous videos.